Oh, okay. So this is like probably my 10th take. I'm like watching these over and I just do the stupidest things in them. So we're just gonna try to go through these super fast because they're always like 10 minutes long and I'm like 85% positive that like no one's gonna watch them all the way through, so. But I've got like 3 questions sent in, so shout out to you 3. Love you. Okay. But the first question comes from, but it's better if you do me, says, who's the most influential person in your life? So the person who influences me the most, like, are probably the people who I live with naturally. Like my mom and my sister. They rub off on me, and just I do like what they do because that's what I'm influenced by, just by them. So I feel like that's like not the answer you wanted. I feel like for some reason you're thinking of inspirational, but I'm not sure. It'd probably still be the same answer because they inspire me too. I don't know. But yeah, there's that. And then Anonymous asked me, what's the last thing you bought? Okay. So if you know me, which none of you do, except like my Tumblr friends, like Kat knows me and stuff, but like I have a thing for books. Like I have so many books. I have 2 bookcases that are like full of books and I have to like shove a bunch under my bed and they're like out in my shed because I can't like fit them everywhere. I have like so many books. Like I probably have like more than 200 books and I haven't even read all of them. And I keep buying more books. So the last thing I bought, funnily enough, was books. I bought 3. So the first book I got is called The Scar Boys, and it's about this guy who is struck by lightning, well, almost struck by lightning, but and so he has like scars on him and he's like in a punk band and he's just talking about how ugly he feels and stuff, but I'm imagining him being hot because punk band, and I feel like that's the best thing to do in these situations, so I'm excited to read it. So okay, and these 2 books I bought at the same time because this is the first one, this is a sequel, and I started by looking at the sequel because like look how cool that cover is, and I saw it and I was like, I can tell I'd like this book, but I don't know. And so I really liked his writing style, and I was like reading through it, and I realized that this was a sequel, and he was like, but you don't have to read the first one to enjoy the second one, and I was like, I felt like it was kind of dumb to like just buy the second book, so I bought the first one too. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to like them because I don't really like the genre. Like I feel like it's more sci-fi, and I was like flipping through it, and they're like talking about dungeons and like, more power to you if you like dungeon books, but I don't know how I feel about them. But I really like how he wrote, so like I bought them anyways, even though I was like, I don't know if I like these. That's probably why I have more than 200 books, because I buy too many books. So I bought those 2. If you've read these, you should tell me if they're good, because I don't know, they seem, yeah. Okay, and then the same Anonymous asked me what my favorite books were, so basically this is just like a book-loaded question, so. Okay, so my all-time favorite book is I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zusak. Okay, so this book is falling apart. Like, I've had to tape the cover on, like, you can't even really tell but I've had to tape this cover on 2 times, and it's literally, like, the grossest book you've ever seen, because, like, I read in the bath, and so, like, there's, like, a bunch of, like, water damage, and just, like, it's a pretty gross-looking book. But I love it so much. I've, like, had it for 5 years, and I've read it, like, probably 10 times. And, like, it just gets better each time you read it because you pick up more little details and stuff. But, like, it's, like, so good. Like, I would recommend this to everyone. I feel hesitant, like, talking about it because it's, like, a teen book. Even though I am a teenager, I'm 18, but, like, I feel like people think, I don't know. But it's good. You guys should read it. And if you have read it, you should message me because I like talking about the ending with people who have read it, so. Because the ending's, like, different, yeah. But, yeah, that's a really good book. So my second favorite, which was really close to being my first favorite, is Grey by Pete Wentz. Okay, so when I first picked up this book, like about a month and a half ago, I was like, wow, I'm going to definitely read this, like in one sitting, and then all of a sudden everyone was talking about how sad it was, and I was like, oh shit, and so I started reading it, and I read to page like maybe like 25, and I stopped because I was like, everything's going so well, I don't want things to go bad and make me sad and stuff, so I wasn't like in the mood to read something super sad, so I didn't. But then I picked it back up like maybe like a few weeks later, and I read it all in one setting because that's how I do things. And it's so good. It was really sad. It's a sad book. It makes you feel empty inside, but it's a good kind of empty, you know? Just, and it's like full of like Fall Out Boy references, like there's like lyrics in here and song titles and like characters based off of obvious people who are like either associated with the band or like actual band members, like, and he's like talking how fiction it is, but I don't know, but it's like, it's really good and I'd recommend it. Even if you don't feel like reading something sad, you will. Once you start reading this, you should. It's a good book. Okay. So, this book is called Becoming Chloe, and it's so old. It's like, it used to be my mom's book, and it's basically, the first scene is about this gay guy, and he finds this girl and she's getting raped, and he like kind of saves her and stuff. And so it's basically, they're both homeless, and so it's basically like their life from then on out, like after they found each other and stuff. And keep in mind that I found this in like 4th grade, and I actually read it in 4th grade. So I'm like reading like this rape scene, and then like the guy is gay, and so he like hooks up with multiple men in it. And I was just like, this is the best book ever. Like, I probably didn't understand any of it because I was in 4th grade, but I really liked this, and I still really like it. It's really good, and I'd recommend it. Yeah, Becoming Chloe. It's a good read. Okay. And then Kat, or Light On in Chicago, she said, what about Fall Out Boy like makes you like them so much? Okay. Okay, so in the other like 9 takes, I started like talking about how I began liking Fall Out Boy. And it doesn't really answer the question, and it literally took like 5 minutes to explain, because once I start talking about Fall Out Boy, like I can't shut up because I'm annoying and stuff. But so basically, in the conclusion that I gave, like, I really like Fall Out Boy because just like their music and their lyrics, just like they're just both so solid. Like every single album, I love all of them. Like I can listen to like their whole entire discography like without skipping songs because I just love it all. I just think everything's really good, and they're just like a solid band. And so, and it helps because like the members are like all really like cool people like you'd want to be friends with, and they're all hot, so that obviously helps. And then she also asked like my favorite thing about each individual member. So we're gonna start with P. Okay. My favorite thing about P is his writing skills. Like, yeah, those are my favorite things about him. But obviously I like everything else about him. Like, I really like his personality. I like his humor. I like his acting skills because they're like he's not a bad actor, but I can't stand watching him act because like, I don't know, like sometimes he's really good at acting and then sometimes he's not, and it's an adventure when you watch him act, I think. Okay. And then he's a really good dad, and he seems like he'd be a good boyfriend, I think. Like, he seems to treat Megan nice. I think that's cute. They're the cutest couple ever. Side note, okay. And then Patrick, okay. Patrick's my personal favorite. He's so talented. Like, let's talk about how talented he is. Like, his voice. Have you guys heard, like, all the acapella versions? I have so many, like, I found like maybe 5 songs by them that are, like, studio version acapellas. And they're so good. Like, I love the music behind it, but if I would had, like, every single Fall Out Boy song acapella, I'd be so happy. I have this thing about just, like, and then you can hear all of his harmonies, it's like, yeah. So he's good at singing, and he's good at writing music, and he's good at writing lyrics. So he's basically just, like, this big, talented ball of love, because he's, like, really nice, and, like, yeah, he's, like, super nice, and I met him, and he gives great hugs, so that's another thing I like about him. And just, yeah, he's just a really good, nice person, and I think he's funny, and he does impersonations that I think are cute and funny and accurate, I'm guessing. I don't know, like, yeah, I just like him a lot. And then, so Joe is kind of my first favorite, like, he's the one, because, probably gonna edit this up, but okay. So, the first thing I liked about Joe was I thought he was really cute. I was like, oh, damn, look at this hottie in his curly hair. And, he's like, he has, like, this attitude that I really like, where he doesn't care at all, because, like, he just doesn't, and I think that's really cool, and I wish I had that kind of attitude about stuff. And then, he's really funny, I think. Like, his jokes make me laugh, and just like his sarcasm. Yeah, I really like him. I think Joe's like just a solid person. Okay, and then Andy. I love watching old interviews with Andy because I feel he was more, like, I don't think he's shy now, but he was definitely more outgoing then. I think personally he just like gets tired of like the questions. I would, I don't know. But he was so funny, and like just the things he says, and then like how he's been vegan straight edge for like, what's it been, like 15 years? Like, that's dedication. Like, good for you. Like, I couldn't do that, I don't think. And then I think he's cute, and I really like his tattoos. And just, he's a solid person. And I love his voice. Can we talk about his voice? It's like all cute and high pitched, and just, it's really cute. So, bam. All the questions. Okay, this is 11 minutes long. So, if you're watching this still, like, thank you. Like, I don't know why you are. Yeah, thank you so much. I love you all. And I feel like I should thank you even more because I recently hit 1.1K. I remember when I hit 100 followers, like, which was like maybe like 3 months ago, and like it was like a huge deal, and I was like freaking out. And my 100th follower was like my favorite blog, and so I was like, what is happening? So that was exciting, and now I just like got like 1,000 more in like a matter of like 90 days, so it's like intense. Like, thanks guys. Thanks for, well, caring about, not really caring about what I say, more about caring about Fall Out Boy, so you're already kind of cool that way, but thanks for choosing me. That's really nice of you guys, so thanks. So, thanks again for watching, and bye.